Wow, there's barely anybody here.
This is great.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. We are just hours away from Snapmageddon. That's when all of the government food assistance, welfare, EBT, and SNAP runs out because the government shut down. And the reaction to the people who survive, or dare I say, thrive off of paying for their lavish junk foods. You know, you can buy Doritos and caviar and edible underwear on Snap. Did you know this? That you can buy steak? Did you know that you can buy a lot better food than I eat on government assistance? That doesn't make any sense to me because I'm a taxpayer. I'm currently right now at an airport recording this because I bust my ass and I work as hard as I possibly can in order to provide for my families and my employees to make a company. But half of my wages get stolen by the federal government to pay for people who allegedly need it. But do they actually? And are these even my countrymen? There is a reason why this clip from Newsmax is going so viral. Newsmax host Rob Finnerty noting that most of the people getting food stamps, the U.S. taxpayers, are not even Americans. So I don't even have the benefit of paying for my own welfare recipients, of my own people. It's not even American citizens receiving the benefits of my labor. 59% are illegal aliens. Let's watch.
Do you honestly think there are 42 million people in this country that need food stamps on a weekly basis? And we're saying people deliberately instead of Americans because most of the people that are on food stamps aren't even from this country. 45% of Afghanistan immigrants are on food stamps. 42% of Somali immigrants. 34% of every immigrant from Iraq. 23% of Haitians, 59% of all illegal aliens are collecting food stamps, meaning that most of the people getting food stamps from the U.S. government and the U.S. taxpayer are not even Americans.
You can see why people would be rightly furious at this reporting, although it does have a community note saying that 89% of SNAP recipients are U.S.-born citizens, 1% are refugees, and 3% are non-citizens. Okay? Don't care. Whichever one is true, there should be zero. I mean, absolutely zero non-citizens receiving welfare. About 90,000 people will lose SNAP benefits on average per month based on new restrictions narrowing how non-citizens can access the program. Look at this from ABC News. There should be zero people on welfare. So yes, your hard-earned tax dollars are going to pay for criminal aliens, non-citizens, foreigners in your country. We could pay off the entire national debt by doing three simple things: ban all non-citizens on welfare program, strict enforceable work requirements, and mass prosecute welfare fraud. We spend billions and billions and billions of dollars a month in SNAP, the same as we spent on the Apollo program to get the moon, same as we spent on the Hoover Dam. We spend per month on people like this saying that they're going to starve if they don't get their SNAP benefits, claiming that they will behave violently. Time to flip some effing tables if you don't get your SNAP benefits. Nurse Kate over here saying ultra-processed foods are actually addictive because, well, they were created by the cigarette companies. Cigarette companies took some of the same poisons that were in cigarettes and put them into ultra-processed foods and had people addicted for the exact same reasons with the exact same cycles. These people making videos like this aren't afraid of being hungry. They're terrified of the looming withdrawal from their drug of choice, foods. They create addiction and destroy lives, just like any other drug. Yes. I shouldn't have to work overtime so those who don't want to work can feed their kids. That's exactly right. Hold on. Why are you stealing from my children? You're stealing from my children and saying that I must be forced at the end of a gun, which is what the government does through the IRS, to pay for your children to eat junk food? That is an insane proposition. I reject it. Everyone should ask themselves why roughly $30 billion was added to the backs of U.S. citizens in additional SNAP benefits during Biden's term. How is it even remotely possible that this program doubled in size in a very short amount of time? Also note that this lines up with Joe Biden throwing open the gates of endless illegal aliens. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what this all is. Look at this. Here's Joe Biden right here. Here's 2019. We finally see some decrease in government welfare. And then this, look at this spike. This is all because of criminal aliens. They're buying them off. 42 million people on SNAP. 42 million people on SNAP. 1 in 8 Americans. That's not, so SNAP stands for Supplemental Nutritional Program. This is it's not supplemental if 42 million people are on it. It's not supplementing anything. People are using this to buy their full grocery carts, and much fuller carts than I have. It's not nutritional either. The stuff that they're buying is absolute total garbage. 70% of SNAP recipients are overweight or obese. Only 4.2 million or 10% are disabled. 44% of those are because of obesity. 3.9 million SNAP recipients are children of illegal aliens. 1.5 million are refugees. This is not okay. This is not sustainable. It should make you pissed. And these are the kind of things that are making people pissed, right? Libs are trying to like go off on saying like, wow, look, people shouldn't be able to have cookies, right? EBT is funding cookies. Look, EBT eligible, right? You see that sticker all over the grocery store. Here we go. How dare they eat something like lobster, EBT eligible? Do you eat lobster? I don't eat lobster. I eat ground beef because groceries are expensive. And I have 4 kids and they throw all the food on the floor. So I'm not going to get them lobster. You know what I mean? They're going to eat it off the floor. Seriously, as a parent understands this. A parent understands you eat floor food because the kids throw food on the floor and you just lean over and pick it up. Pick it up, get a bite of steak there, I'll just pop it right in, right off the floor. But these people don't think like that because they don't have to pay for the actual food. It went from poor people will literally starve to death to if you don't want to pay for other people's cookies and lobsters, you're a bad person. That's exactly right. Joe Biden opens up the border, flood the country with illegals, gets them hooked on EBT handouts. Americans foot the bill. This is absolutely insane. Insane, ladies and gentlemen. EBT programs started, it was 1.2 million annually. It was 100 billion. 100 billion annually. All this is just obviously what this is a massive handout to Walmart. And they want as many people on SNAP as possible because this is a huge government handout. This is just a massive government handout to Walmart and Big Food. That's all it is. Walmart, Kraft, some of the most evil companies on earth. This is insane. Previous administration facilitated an invasion, and now we're paying to support it. There it is. Refugees will be among the first to lose food stamps. Oh, wow. Well, I adhere to the ideology that anyone who's not an American, of course, many Americans, I believe, are committing welfare fraud. But let's just start with take all the illegals off of all welfare, period. Fact-checking a viral chart on food stamps recipients. Thankfully, Secretary Rollins taking action on preventing illegal aliens from accessing food stamps. Very good. SNAP benefits are literally used for DoorDash. That's right. Hundreds of millions in SNAP benefits are used on DoorDash for people going to go order food. They can't even get up and get the food themselves. The lobster has to be delivered. The whole system needs to be reformed. That's exactly right. Me going to work every day and paying for it doesn't make me lucky. You're not better than somebody else on welfare. You're just luckier. No, not lucky. Nobody's lucky. I come from dirt. I come from farmland, dirt, soybean fields, trailer parks. That's where I come from, middle of nowhere, Iowa. If we don't get EBT, we're going to start stealing. Start? The entire program is theft. It's literally millions of people in our country like this right now. An Iraqi refugee on SNAP cuts. I can't stay in the U.S. without government support. Well, then, let's see here. Go home. If you want free stuff, just go home. Speaks English, able-bodied, won't work, but he has the energy to go bitch at a city council meeting. Wait a second. If you have the energy to go riot and steal, don't you have the energy to work? So then why are you on SNAP? It's a great question. The problem isn't 42 million people losing SNAP. It's 42 million people are on SNAP. That's exactly right. Don't make me tap the sign. It's amazing just how much leftist discourse is pretending not to understand the things that are making the discourse possible. EBT, Grey Poupon, SNAP eligible. Remember when Grey Poupon was the fancy mustard from France? Yeah. People are waking up to all of this. Why are we subsidizing lobster? All this SNAP discourse makes me feel like I'm the only person actually paying for groceries. Yeah, me too. Get rid of SNAP and watch the prices in the grocery stores plummet. That's exactly right. The prices in the grocery stores are artificially inflated by government dollars pouring into the grocery stores because people are buying up all the lobster. EBT and SNAP recipients are buying up all the lobster. What do you think that does to people who actually want to pay real money for lobster? They work hard, so they want to go get a lobster at the end of the week. What does that mean? If free dollars are going and people are just going and buying up all the lobster, what's going to happen to the guy that wants to go actually honestly buy a lobster? And by buying it, I mean just spending their government money on it. I'm really confused why all these able-bodied baby mamas are getting free food while I pay for it. If you can spend $150 on nails, $350 on extensions, and $400 on lashes, you shouldn't qualify for food stamps. Yes, food stamps need to be means tested. When did freeloaders become so more important than the taxpayers? That's exactly right. That's exactly correct. Look at some of the things that you can buy on Snap and EBT. The trick here is if they include a food item, you can make the whole thing EBT, like a spice rack. Look at this. 3-tier spice rack, $63. Snap, EBT eligible. Just go buy this whole spice rack. Some of these videos of these overflowing grocery carts that would cost you thousands of dollars. Literally, this is a $1,000 order. And nothing. They don't pay nothing. There we go. Snap eligible. Oh, yes. Premium espresso from Starbucks. Snap eligible caviar. There you go. Don't you worry. You can just go get caviar on Snap. And everyone like just bragging about it too. We had our 3K at EBT. When our 3K and EBT hit that card, how do they like? There's like an entire universe of how like of people living in this country that don't think like you, that have been generationally broken, that refuse to be part of the system. The system goes like this: a bunch of people, able-bodied people, go work. We all get taxed at a very low amount, and maybe some of that taxes goes to help people to stop from starving. We are so far off that mark. Ain't nobody in this country says that people should be starving in the street. And people wouldn't starve in the street, by the way. There'd be churches and soup kitchens. Like, it would just be the way that it was. People wouldn't starve. Not in America. They don't, like, people that are getting, I don't need to be paying for miniature-sized, SNAP-eligible Sour Patch Extremes. Or $1,000 truffle salt. Or ring pops bought on Snap. This stuff is poison anyway. Nerds. It's wild. Matt Walsh is doing a lot of research on this. I've been doing a lot of research on the food stamp program. This scam is much worse than people realize. Do you know the average EBT recipient spends more on non-essential food items than the average person pays for their own groceries? The people who are funding this program are living more modestly than the people who are on the program. This is absolutely outrageous. It's unsustainable. The things that are SNAP, like look at this, SNAP EBT eligible. The things that are SNAP EBT eligible, you just check out on Amazon. Just the piles of absolute garbage or luxuries that you, of course, would never. Here it is, like truffle salt. Here it is, it's truffle salt. SNAP EBT eligible. SNAP EBT eligible. Isn't that amazing? The way this program works is it's just a massive carve out for big food to get massive government subsidies. We need to end it. We should end it all, and we should force everybody in these programs to reapply. If you're not an American citizen, off. If you're somebody who can go and is able-bodied and can work, off. You should be forced to go work. That should be a requirement. And maybe you do need the subsidy in order to get your feet under you, as they say. But that should be a requirement. But if you're able-bodied, you go work. SNAP is supplemental assistance for nutrition. It is none of those things, actually. It is actually a massive bailout for some of the most evil companies on earth. Walmart, Kraft, big food, big, disgusting, poisonous food, bad food. Food like this. Frito-Lay really needs that. So this government, so your dollars go straight to paying for some fat ass to go eat a bunch of Fritos, to go eat this snack pack. It gets stolen from you, given to somebody who has no gratitude for it, and then handed over to some of those evil corporations on earth. How is that a good use of our money? Of course it's not. It's the worst use of our money, actually. Giving without gratitude and receipt without any love. Ladies and gentlemen, this is something we're going to keep covering. It's made people really angry. And man, I feel like some of this stuff should be permanent, quite frankly. Thanks, government shutdown. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe from the airport because I'm busting my ass, right, to go pay for somebody else's Fritos. See ya.